One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Utes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Here's the handoff. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Keeps it on the draw. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They boot it away on fourth down. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Utes in a good spot here with second and short. Off play action. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, They got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
From the gun, give on the inside. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Just a little off. Incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Caught behind the line. It's Davis. And the Utes will move the sticks with the 1st down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on the defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the 1st down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Gives it on the option. There he goes. Touchdown, Utah. Great job by the back on the option. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. Janging on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To the ground with the back. He's loose. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Right back to the well. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They kick it away on fourth down. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. From the 15. Handoff from the gun. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Unloads quickly. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Wide open downfield. It's a running room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. They get him corralled, and not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And the Utes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Now from inside the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Parker. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give on the option. Touchdown, Utes! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Handoff from the shotgun. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Flips it out in the flat. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
A nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. He lets one fly deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
From the gun, the ground game. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. from the shotgun, the inside give. Finds a crease at the 20. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back and leaves it on the outside. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The old line, sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Rides the back and leaves it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. The give to the tailback. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Had to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Set to kick
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gives it on the option. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Utes are in the hurry up. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up man. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
Well, that play's going to backfire in their face. They obviously thought they had the look necessary to go and execute that fake punt, but the defense, they were expecting it.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Bennett. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. Running into the open space. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it's up and no good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. from their own 22. To the air, it's Dampier. Catch in the middle, it's Bentley. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And the Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He unleashes a long one. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Finds his man down the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bring in the heat. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
To the air, it's Dampier. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Steps away to find some room. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Utes will send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
They go to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Quickly complete. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. receives it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
To the ground. He's got it again. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Using his legs, it's Rodgers. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Utes are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Just going to keep it after the snap. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Reels it in down the left side. The 10. Touchdown Gamecocks. They take the lead with the 6.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. With the catch, it's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. South Carolina, 16. Utah, 14.
They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Looking for a crease to the left. Just ran him over. And the Gamecocks get it past the sticks.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Fires left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out and they show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots. They're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Unleashes one. It's caught downfield.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He had a head of steam working, but he'll be stopped just inches short of the score.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
The give. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop.
And this defense has given up some yards getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Here comes the heat. Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and they'll lose a few yards as a result.
Offense, you're thinking 1st down, get the 1st down on 3rd down. Man, you can't put the ball on the turf, but at least the ball went out of bounds. Now you got a decision to make what you want to do on 4th down. Could have been a turnover, could have been worse though.
And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. Oh, they're after him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And that is why you never quit on a play. On 4th down by the goal line, it looked like the quarterback had nowhere to go with it, but he wouldn't quit. He wouldn't give in to the defense. He just dug deep down inside himself and found a way to score that TD. That was impressive.
23, Utah 14.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Dampier. down at the 42. And the Utes want to crank the tempo.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. Nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Here's the pressure. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Here's the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. And they'll take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.